So welcome back to another episode, and yes, the episode is called I Can't Believe They Pulled This Off, or did they? And that's a great question because I'm going to talk about 3 games today that have just come out this month, but the thing that they all have in common is they are all part of established franchises already. So did they hold up to the past, or have they failed in a lot of regards? And I'm going to go through all of these games today, and I'll ask you guys, what are you playing recently? Are you playing an old game, a new game? What is it like? I'll be honest with you, I can't believe how many games are out right now. I thought this year would be kind of a quiet year, and then all of a sudden, I came to October and I'm like, I can't keep up with all of this stuff, but it's a lot of fun trying. So let me know what you're playing down below.
Think I need someone there? What? Lone Cycle wants you dead! It's that woman who killed your snake! Let's see what you have.
So let's start off with the first game here, Silent Hill F. What do you guys think of this game so far? Are all of you playing it? I just picked this up a few days ago, and I got a lot to say because what's fascinating for me, I was never the Silent Hill guy. I never was. My friend Rob was so into the Silent Hill series. He played all of them. And then last year, can you believe it's already been a year? They released Silent Hill 2, a remake of the original. And like a lot of us, we were like, no, I don't think this is going to be very good. A lot of the initial thoughts from people were, this is going to be a failure. It's not going to be a great game. And then we played it, and it was phenomenal. And I was totally taken back by this game, and I love my experience playing it. And I'm usually not into horror games. I gotta say that too much. I like the Resident Evil series, but this is kind of more psychological horror at times, and it's kind of fascinating, and I thought they knocked it out of the park, and it made me a Silent Hill fan, and maybe a new fan, but still a fan nonetheless. And that brings us to Silent Hill F. Now, the thing that I want to say here is, I love the setting. This is in 1960s Japan, and it's a spin-off from the Silent Hill series, and I liked that they went their own direction with it and created a brand new setting. So you start off and you're playing as a young girl, and she gets into an argument with her parents, with her mom and dad. Her dad, as you find out, is very, very abusive, and so she runs out of the house, and that's where the initial story begins. And then she runs into her friends, and that's when everything seems to go to hell. And quite literally it does, because all of a sudden the entire town that you're in is taken over by a red fog. So you're trying to negotiate your way through all of this madness. And there's a lot of madness, and I've got to say, they've knocked it out of the park. Yes, this is a brand new Silent Hill game, that the setting is really great, but how is the game? The game controls really well, it's really creepy, it's over the top, it's really scary at times. And I just love exploring 1960s Japan. It's really cool, and I like your main character, and I gotta say, I love the jump scares, and there's so many of them, and it's really creepy. It's really creepy, but it's still in the vein of Silent Hill, even though it's a brand new setting. So did they pull this game off? Yes, and not only do I agree, but this game has gone off to sell a ton load of copies. And so I'm gonna say this right now, this is not the end of the Silent Hill F kind of a spin-off series. There's gonna be more to come in the future. And it's gonna be interesting if they do brand new settings all over the world. It'd be fascinating. Maybe like a Silent Hill in Egypt. You know, like when you think about it, the setting doesn't really matter. It's the atmosphere, and they can change any place that they want as long as they have those creepy demons in there and the jump scares and the ambiance. And that could be set anywhere in the world, which is really fascinating. And I was really happy to spend some time with Silent Hill F. So next up is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. And you know, it's one of those ones I almost passed on, and that would have been a crying shame because I love ninjas. I come from the 80s and 90s when ninjas were the biggest thing ever. There was the best ninja movies back then. So many ninja games came out of the 80s and 90s, and it's crazy. I'm gonna call this the year of the ninja because we get Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and we just got Shinobi Art of Vengeance, another really fantastic action platformer that really knocks it out of the park. Both the games are unique in that they're ninja games, but they have a different art style, both of them. So Art of Vengeance has more of a hand-drawn style, where Ninja Gaiden Ragebound has more of a return to pixelated love. And I gotta say, I loved the original games. I played these all the time. Me and my friends loved them. They were very difficult, very challenging, but they were part of our youth, and we loved them so very, very much. And yet we have a brand new game here. Were they able to pull it off? Is it a great game on its own? Again, I gotta say, yes, this is a fantastic game. I've really loved playing this game. I love the action platforming. I love the pixelated graphics. I love all the move sets that you can do. I love the climbing. I love the harkening back to the original games, but yet we get a brand new game here. And I gotta say, the one thing that really stood out to me with this game is the soundtrack is phenomenal. Like, obviously, I'm not comparing Art of Vengeance to this game, but I'd say that this game has got a great soundtrack, almost rising above Art of Vengeance, and that's saying something. But I've really enjoyed the music, but I've really enjoyed the action platforming, and just kind of the return to my youth again. And the graphics are so well done, and they harken back to the original games, but they're building on that, and it's its own thing. This is not just about nostalgia of the past games. This game is able to pull off everything on its own, but harken back to the originals with movesets and platforming. Pixel Dreams, folks. Pixel Dreams. They really knocked it out of the park, and yes, they were able to pull this one off. Now we get to the final game, Ghost of Yotei. I was calling it Yotei for a long time. Ghost of Yotei. And this is a kind of an unusual one in that it's been coming for a very long time. And it's kind of its own game, but it's in the franchise of Ghost of Tsushima. And I just want to say again for the record, Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games on PS5. It's up there. It's a 10 out of 10 game. I've stated that in other videos. A remarkable game that set the bar so high for samurai exploration action games, and it raised the bar even higher than that, that this is a phenomenal game. So I was a bit weary. And I want to say there is some controversy to this game, and I'm going to say this. I have not kept up with the controversy. I don't even know what it's really about. I decided to jump into this game and to play on its own merits and to see if it's a good game. And yes, it's by Sucker Punch and Sony Entertainment.
What the? You are going to regret that.
So you play as the main character in this game, and you're going after the Yote 6. And these are 6 individuals that killed your parents back in the past, and you're out for revenge.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito?
Make an example.
So yes, the game starts off and it's very, very dark. It's very, very brutal. And you know, at first I'm like, you know, you can't really make out what's kind of going on a lot of the times because it's all in the dark. And all the lighting is with fire. And you're like, geez, this is really brutal. And it's a really intense way to open up the game. And I'm like, does this feel like Ghost of Tsushima at this point? I'm like, it kind of does. And then the title comes up and the game opens up and you are riding across the fields. And I gotta say, that blew me away. And that took me back to Ghost of Tsushima. And I was marveling, riding my horse through all of the grass and all of the flowers. And the beauty of the game just hit me like a ton of bricks. And my wife walked in, she's like, and she isn't into any of these games, right? She's into her RPGs and like fantasy life and all that kind of stuff. And she walked in, she's like, oh my God, wow, what is this game? What is this game? And I'm like, oh, it's like Ghost of Yotei. It's kind of like a spin-off game from Ghost of Tsushima. And she remembered me playing that and loving that back in the day. And she's like, wow, it really looks great. And I'm like, yeah. So I was just riding around, and then I was going to my first little village, and that kind of gives you a flashback to your past. And that kind of sets up an emotional part of the game where you get to revisit who you were as a child with your parents. And it sets off why it's so upsetting that obviously your parents were murdered, and you get to spend time with your parents in the past, and it kind of hits in with the emotion a little bit more. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like, that kind of drives things home. And I thought they hit those emotional bits really, really well.
I've got you now.
Not yet.
And then after that, I was off exploring the world, getting to fights with bandits, and I've been having a great time with Ghost of Yotei. And you know what? One of the things I'm always thinking about when I'm playing the game, it's a funny thing. I'm riding through the forest at times and I'm like, what is the next Zelda gonna be like? What is the next Zelda gonna be like graphic-wise? Because the graphics in this game, as I say, I don't know all the controversy. I don't know what's really going on there. I'm just going on playing the game itself. I am but blown away by the graphics in this game. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Like climbing mountains, looking around, just exploring, finding little hidden things. I'm loving this game. I'm really enjoying it quite a lot. And I'm only in the beginning of the game, but I'm looking forward to exploring even more of this world. Are any of you guys interested in Ghost of Yotei? Are any of you guys not interested in it? Let me know down below. I know there was some controversy, as I say, but for me, just playing the game on its own, they pulled it off. And I really, really like this game so far. And I love the action. I love the katana wielding of the original, but I love the combat in this game. It's really nice. It just feels so flowy and perfect. And I've really been having a great time. And just the attention to detail with the graphics. I mean, even riding around on my horse and seeing just like a big pack of other horses riding out in the wilderness. It's so wild. Or just seeing, deer off in the distance as well. I love the attention to detail. As I say, I've really enjoyed this game so far.
You should have stayed.
So guys, I will ask you, have you played any of the 3 games I've mentioned today? Are they on your radar? Are they off your radar? Are you saying, no, I'm still trying to catch up from the past because there's so many games to play? I definitely understand that. I'm in that boat as well, but I'm trying my best to keep up. And you know what? I've been having a great time. And what a time in October to be playing games like Silent Hill F. What a great psychological horror game this is. This is a big recommendation. And Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is an excellent action platforming game that lives up to the originals and then some. And they've done a great job with the graphical style. And Ghost of Yotei. I'm early on, but I'm really loving what I'm playing and what I'm seeing. They've knocked it out of the park for me so far. A really great exploration samurai game. I'm loving it. So guys, let me know what you're playing down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.